welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NSRA Sunday Select here. December, gosh, I don't even know what date it is. It's December 11th or 18th. It's the 11th, 2 weeks before Christmas as we get closer to Christmas. Here, racing news right now, looking down at qualifying. There's the number 3, Paul Servant, back with us. And condolences to the Servant family. Glad to see Paul is back. He's trying to get himself situated as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. We have tonight's race, next week's race at Daytona, and then we have a week off for Christmas. Come back for a last chance qualifier on January 1st. See if we can get some more people into the playoffs. And those will start on January 8th. Right now they're just getting through with their good qualifying right now. Paul Servant right now on the pole, as you see. To his old tricks 5360, the fastest car out there so far. And if you're thinking it's Groundhog's Day, kind of is. I mean, this is the third time in a row we've been at Talladega. That's put on, good show with this car. Super Speedway Racing. Just try to get the calendar and the schedule synced up to where we are on our schedule. So that's what we're doing there. About 30 seconds left in qualifying. Looks everyone who's going to qualify has qualified. Paul Servant taking his car into the pits at number 3 car Oreo. Right now he is the fastest car out there. Anthony English taking an Alan Kowicki lap, blowing his engine. He is 4th fastest on the charts, just barely slower than that 3 car. Get ready to go grid up here and get ready for this race. So as we get ready for the NSRA Sunday Select Victory Lane Broadcasting 200 on the pole, back in action and right to the pole, the number 3 car, Paul Servant. Outside of Paul, the 6 car, Cody Nagels. In row number 2, you have Sean Stevens in the 27, Anthony English in the 44. Row number 3, Ricky Bobby himself, Les Levy in the 62. And outside of Les, the 21, Daniel Holloway, our points leader. And row number 4, Charles Giffen in the 99. Outside Charles, the number 69, Dusty Burkhart. And row number 5, Justin Malarkey in the 98. Outside of Justin, Isaac, the Wrecking Ball Wilson in the 93. In row number 6, we have Brian Kaufman in the 1 car. He is our points number 2 in points right now. And outside of Kaufman, in the 343, Russ Hancock. In row number 7, Stephen McComas in the 70. Outside of McComas, the 84, Lucky Len McNeese. In row number 8, last week's winner, Rick Seabrans in the 4 car. Outside of Rick, Michael Pratt in the 45. In row number 9, Mark Mann in the 04. Outside of Mark Mann, Doug Johnson in that 13. And all alone starting 19th, Andrew Shorter in the 48. Jets. They had a tough day today. Their quarterback got bent into a pretzel. Hopefully he feels better. We're about ready to go racing here, these guys. "75 laps here from Talladega. These guys have 2 fast repairs. There are 2 green-white checkers. They have unlimited tires. These guys roll off, and we get ready to go racing here. NSRA Sunday Select here on Victory Lane Broadcast. Paul Servant from the pole, back in action after taking a few weeks off. Good to have him back. It's the number 6, Cody Nagels up there, right alongside him. All these guys qualifying so closely together. Been doing this long enough, they know exactly where to hit on these qualifying laps. Got 19 cars here to take the green flag. Can Rick Sebrands in the 4 car, can he make it 2 in a row? We're going to find out. A little bit of an update on points. You got Daniel Holloway first in points, and Brian Kaufman. Les Levy is third. Dana Osborne in fourth. Sean Stevens in fifth. Ross Hancock in sixth. And you have David Overstreet in seventh. Dusty Burkhart in eighth. Len McNeese in ninth. Isaac Wilson in 10th. Pace car is about to drop off, and remember, the start-finish line is a little past the tri-oval, so that's when they collect the green, is when they get to the tri-oval here at Talladega. Get ready to go racing here on lap number 1 here. See if that top line is king like it's been all season, or if Paul Servant can make that bottom line work. Green flag is out, and we're racing. NSRA Sunday Select Victory Lane Broadcasting 200 from Talladega. Nagel's up top. You see him side by side with Servant. See Anthony English getting all he can behind that 6 car. Servant's got that 27 of Sean Stevens. Nagel's going to go down low. Was thinking about it. Comes back up to that high line. Up there, as we've seen all season long, that line where Nagels is at right now, definitely been the dominant line all season long. As you see Servant falling further and further behind, even though he's got the 27, Stevens and Les Levy pushing him really good there, just they can't get the momentum to keep up with that top line and the 6 car. Anthony English still all behind the Nagels. He's going to stay up there. He's got no help on the bottom side. Holloway right there with him, and so is the 98 of Justin Malarkey. Dusty Burkhart in the 5th position. And in turn number 3, they go on lap 2. Single file on that top line. Side drafting the heck back there to get up there on that top line. He's stuck in no man's land in that middle right there. He's going to go behind Sean Stevens and get back up there. Russ Hancock trying to get up there behind Russ. Back up front, you got about 6 cars, nose to tail here. And now you got cars on the high line. Russ Hancock, Len McNeese back there. They're coming on that high side. Paul Servant finally able to get in that preferred line. Holloway gonna slide up there in front of Hancock. So is the 98, Justin Malarkey. Now we're about 3 wide down the front stretch. That bottom line's caught the middle line as everyone's become disorganized. Kind of broken up a little back here to Michael Pratt in a 45. But up here in the front, 3 wide, Holloway takes it in front of Nagels, and he'll take the lead. We go down to turn number 2. Malarkey and Hancock on that top line, not so caught up together, not so organized, so they're going to lose some positions. Paul Servant behind Cody Nagels. Now you see him pushing in that midline there behind Holloway. And Les Levy right there behind a 3 car. Les Levy gets loose up into the wall and gets down into the 98, and now we're under caution. Under caution, Daniel Holloway will take him to the yellow flag. take a look. It's obviously actually after it happened. Looks like there may have been a checkup. Yeah, you can see the checkup there when the 3 was bumping the 6. And Lescott just had so much momentum, just had nowhere to go. Bumped the 3 car, and it got him really loose, slid him back up into the high line, into the 98. Take a look at it again. Just a product of this type of racing in this car. Momentum that Les had. He's gaining ground on the 3, which is the 3 is really going to come up fast. 6. See the 3 catching up, going to hit him right behind, give him a little bit of a bump draft there. Slows him down, and Les just right into the back of him. And Les also takes kind of evasive action, I think, with the wheel. Just gets a little loose, too high into the wall, and comes down, and Justin was right there. Part of super speedway racing is everyone comes down into the pits. Here on lap number 5. First one off pit road's going to be the 21. Looks like Sean Stevens stayed out. Lap number 6 now. Looks like we're going green on lap 8. Obviously betting on future cautions here. Got about 17, 18 laps on green flag. Runs here with our fuel load, so I was thinking we're going to have another caution in the next 10, 15 laps. First caution of the day. Super Speedway incident, 62-98. On the lead lap. Let's see if we can't get all the way up here. All the way, Steve, man, you got me?
I do.
So how's the racing out there so far? It's only been a few laps, but out in front for a little bit. How's it feel?
Just a few laps, and this little Hershey Ford Mustang Kisses car just decided to say, hey, I want to take the lead a little bit, but it's early in the race, and just keeping it clean, wait till the end.
Good to see that 3 car out here again.
Yeah, it surprised me. He must have come in late, so glad to see him back on the track, and missed that Oreo cookies out there.
No kidding.
And but Dana's not in here tonight, so I'm
no news.
Don't know why. Yeah, it's kind of weird though, unless you got stuck at work. I know it's time for overtime mess with Christmas, but who knows?
Sounds good, man. Well, good luck out there, and we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
There's Daniel Holloway. The 21 Hershey Kiss line up in the second row behind Sean Stevens in that 27. Cody Nagels up top in that 6 car. Outside of the Holloway is a 3 car. The Oreo car of Paul Servant. Dusty Burkhart, Michael Pratt in the 45, Andrew Schroeder in the 48, Russ Hancock, Stephen McComas, and Len McNeese, your top 10. Go green on lap number 8. See if we get some green flag runs in here. Good. Sean's gamble's paying off for future cautions. He's the only car that did not come down pit road. So he's banking on a caution the next 10 or 12 laps. Track position is going to be key here. It depends. Although he is starting on the low line. So we'll see. Green flag is out though. We're back racing. Lap number 7, going to 8 here on NSRA Sunday Select Victory Lane Broadcasting 200. Down into turn number 1, Sean Stevens. Daniel all the way. A heck of a push there from the 21. Let's see if they slide up in front of the 6. Holloway's going to slide up. Going to leave Sean Stevens kind of in a lurch there. Let's see what Sean does. He's going to stay down the bottom side. Malarkey was looking up high, or not Malarkey, it was the 45 of Michael Pratt was looking up high, decided to come back in. And kind of a 3-car breakaway with the 21, the 6, and the 3. See the view from out front of Daniel Holloway's car. Taking it easy, staying up front. And that mid-line right there. Yep. Len McNeese coming. Stephen McComas there in that black number 70. Dodge Ram. On the side. There's Dusty Burkhart, the 69. Andrew Schroeder. There's Doug Johnson, the 13 with Sean Stevens. Down on the low side. Trying to make something happen. Doug's going to slide on up behind Russ Hancock. He's in the 10th position. There's Batman, Markman. Rick Seburn's right there behind Mark. Last week's winner. I'm going to guess that Sean may try to come up there. Maybe not. Maybe he's content to slide back. Isaac Wilson at 93. A little different paint scheme this week for Isaac. A little Taco Bell Mountain Dew action. Hopefully they eat the Taco Bell race. Bathroom as soon as he's inside Isaac, he is 3 wide there. Sean Stevens down below him, still behind Rick Sebrins. Rick going to stay in that midline. Malarkey slides in front of the 27. Kind of single filed out now, taking a break. Letting the race come to them, settling in as we are here 15% through the race so far. Lots of racing to go. 64 laps. As we begin lap number 11. Oh, there's contact behind Mark Mann and Andrew Schroeder in the 48. Caution is out. Stevens collected. Along with the 04 mark, the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Go back and see what happened here. Got a nice run. It's the left rear. Mark Mann with so much momentum there. Wow. Back to see Mark Mann. He was like a shot out of a rocket. see it right there. There's a checkup in front of him, and he's on the gas going. See it from Mark's chase cam here. Andrew gets a little bit into Burkhart there, slows him down a little bit, and here he's coming. He's on the gas. Everyone's checking up. It just happens so quick in these cars. You don't think anyone's there, that someone's there. That's what happens. Sean Stevens gonna get his wish. He got his caution. Unfortunately, he was involved. Leader the 21. He'll come back down, no doubt, for service. Don't know what the 48 is doing. Daniel Holloway takes him back down. Get some gas. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. More NSRA Sunday Select here on Victory Lane Broadcast. Here, lap number 13, still under caution. Dusty Burkhart's going to lead this group to the green flag unless they come back in for some late fuel. We shall see. Dusty did not pit this last time by. Isaac Wilson did not pit either. He's sitting in 10th position right now. So we'll go green next time by, lap 14. Holloway will take these guys to the green flag. We're getting lined up. Holloway looks like he's going to stay with that low lane. Nagel's going to go up there to the top lane, maybe. We'll see. Those, watching here, wondering what's going on with football. Chargers 10, Dolphins 7. In the second quarter there. One car out of the race so far. It's Doug Johnson in the 13. One car a lap down. That's the 48, Andrew Schroeder. So 17 cars on the lead lap still. Mark Mann, the last car on the lead lap, as he was involved in that incident, but he's back and fixed and ready to go here for this race from Talladega Super Speedway. Always led the points for a number of weeks now. He's always up front, so it's no question why he's leading the points. Most consistent driver out there this season. Teammate behind him, that 3 Oreo, Paul Servant, back after a few weeks away. And 4 cars on the top side, 4 cars on the bottom side. 4 cars came back down for extra gas. We're about ready to go back racing here. Lap number 15 as they get the green flag right around now. All the way in Servant. Can they pull out in front of the 6 car? Michael Pratt needs to get up there in that 6 car to help him out. The 3 and a 21 know how to work together. They've been doing it for years now here on our racing platform. Great push there from the 3 and the 21. They both slide up in that mid lane. They know where the fast cars go, and it's not on the yellow line here. As that 3 car gets right behind the 21 and pushes them down the back straightaway. The 6 car right there behind the 3. He may have been off, not racing the last few weeks. That old dog in the 3 knows how to race here in these super speedways. And if there's one car you ever want pushing you at these tracks, it's that Paul Servant number 3 Oreos car. You got 15 cars single file in that mid lane. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 on the bottom side. You're gonna hope for a caution and a lucky dog. Everyone else just decides to try to race around. Stevens going down there on the bottom. He's got Mark Mann with him. They're underneath Isaac Wilson and Anthony English right now. Andrew Schroeder there, Charles Giffen behind Andrew Schroeder. On that bottom side, they're trying to make something work. If they can get connected, they could probably move up a few spots. That top line, a little disorganized right now, a little bit of a gap there. And here comes Michael Pratt, Russ Hancock, and Justin Malarkey looking to that 3rd line, just can't make it work. Slide back down into that middle line here. That bottom line never gets organized a little better. They can make some headway. Isaac Wilson looks like he slid back down to that group. 5-car train right now, led by Sean Stevens. Trying to catch that 21. Daniel Holloway. He's got Paul Servant just working right behind him, keeping him out front. No challenge right now. Get on lap number 18. Sure Daniel would like to see some green flag laps and get a green flag pit stop in him. Bottom line, a little more racy there. 6 cars down there. Justin, or that's not Justin. That's Mr. Marks. Or Mr. Pratt sliding down in that 45. He's got Malarkey behind him. Although they're going to get slowed down, and Mark Mann, Sean Stevens, too much momentum. They had to really check up so they didn't bump into the 98. Breaks it up. Mark Mann slides up into the high line. So does Charles Giffen. So does Les Levy in that wreck house number 62. Bobby Mobile. Les going to try again on the bottom side. Right now, about riding around, biding your time. As we ride with the one car, Brian Kaufman, second in points right now this season. Great job positioning himself pretty well for the playoffs. Been pretty consistently up towards the front. A little shove to the 44. Here comes the 98. Down to the inside. He's got help from the 45, Michael Pratt. It's not organized enough, so the top line stays king. Larky, Pratt, Stephen McComas trying to make it work down there. John Stevens part. The 27 and the 70 car. Looks similar. Number 21 now. Isaac Wilson going to try 3 wide. He's got Charles Giffen with him. On that wall, Rick Seabrams right there. Stephen McComb is going to dive out and get in front of Isaac. Len McNeese and the 69 there. Ooh, contact there. I don't know if he made the contact with the wall or not. Stephen McComb is leading this group around. They're falling back a little bit. Still 3 wide here as we go into lap number 22. Isaac Wilson pushing Stephen McComas. And that third line, all by him, lonesome in the middle. But not losing much time. 48 gets a little loose. Sure, Len's looking at that going, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Here comes Charles Giffen behind Len McNeese, 99. Gets settled in behind a 44 and English. They're 3 wide, about 7 or 8 cars back up again. Brian Kaufman leading that bottom line. Stephen McComas leading the top line. And as it was a few laps ago, 21. Leading the race and leading that middle line. Rick slides up a little north of the 70. Bring it right back down. Sean Stevens and Les Levy are losing the pack right now. They are 3 seconds back and falling. About 2 miles an hour off the speed of the lead pack. As we come off of turn number 4, Holloway still leads. Servant in second, Cody Nagels in third, Russ Hancock in fourth, and in fifth, Dusty Burkhardt. Here on lap number 24. There's some cars that are stretching themselves out to get that 27 and 62 back towards this lead group. Charles Giffen has slid back a little bit, help out. So has the 98 of Justin Malarkey. As you see the 27, the 62, get past the 99, I'd imagine. There we go, the 99 is going to slide right behind them. And they'll catch the 98, and they'll have a 4-car train. And they'll have about 3.5 seconds to catch Isaac Wilson, who's the last car on the lead pack in 13th. Isaac behind Stephen McComas in the 70. There's still, contact there. 84. Just trying to give him a little bit of a push. Len backed off. Man, gonna get right in front of Len McNeese. They're gonna get a train. Get right back up with that pack, I'm sure. Now lap number 25, going to 26. 45 below the yellow, but he's not coming into the pits. And still have about 5 laps or so till we get green flag pit stops. Everyone's controlling themselves. Stephen McComas, Isaac Wilson going to that top line. Rick Sebrin's down on the bottom, trying something with Brian Kaufman. It is not going to work. They're going to slide behind Andrew Schroeder there. And then go back down. We'll start when everyone goes to the yellow line. We'll know pit stops are coming. Right now, not yet. Lap number 26. Last time they pitted was lap 12. Rick slides down low. He's going to stay on the bottom. He's content to stay on the bottom with the lead pack. Mark Mann sliding back with Lenny. Catch this other group of 4. Holloway leads at 21. Hershey Kiss, our points leader, leading this race. He's led the most laps for sure. And he's had that Oreos car right behind him this whole time when he's in the lead. It's like old times here. Holloway leads his group. 8,300 RPM. Down off of turn 4. Not time to pit yet. I would imagine in the next couple laps, see Schroeder down there in the 48. Got Michael Pratt down there in the 45. And the 70, Stephen McComas on the bottom side. Kaufman there, Rick Sebring. Everyone stay in that middle lane here. About 5 seconds back is the next group. Sean Stevens, Les Levy, Justin Malarkey, Mark Mann, Charles Giffen. Their group is what, 6 cars? 27 back to the 0-4. Just trying to get back up there. It's 5 seconds, a little over 5 seconds behind 11th place Stephen McComas. And they get a little unorganized there off the turn, a little loose. These guys down towards the yellow. Here come our pit stops. I believe you see most of these guys coming. They come. 45, the 93, and the 70 stay out. Everyone else slams on the brakes to get down to speed. All the way leads them down pit road. That group of 6 behind those front 3, they'll stay out. Right now your leader is the 45, Michael Pratt with Stephen McCormick. Isaac Wilson right there. Up 3.5 seconds back is Sean Stevens, Les Levy, Len McNeese, Charles Giffen, and Mark Mann. They come down the backstretch. Michael Pratt in that 45, Isaac Wilson behind him. Stephen McComas sliding down to get behind them. That train of 6 is coming behind them as these 3 are going to pit. As are the 6 behind them. Mark Mann, evasive action to the wall. This group of 8 cars coming down pit road. They got about 34 seconds on the next car. Daniel Holloway out of the pits. See what happens here. These guys are going to get fuel. Len's going to get some left side tires. He's out of there. Here comes these other guys. Daniel Holloway, the 21, the 3, Paul Servant, and Cody Nagels in the 6, along with Anthony English in that 44. Serious distance between them. As Michael Pratt right now all over the place, loose. A 70 into the wall. The 27th contact. The 989 Malarkey, the 04 caution is out. The crowd goes wild. Old tires, always difficult. Always got to be careful. Happen. Just watch the 45 start to get up speed right there. That's hard to do. Then you get below the yellow and he loses it. Tries to get it back under control. The 70's coming, has nowhere to go. 27 gets it. And it's just a demolition derby. Justin Malarkey nowhere to go. You're getting on old tires. The hardest thing to do is you gotta get your speed up so you don't lose too much spot, too much track position. Your tires are old. There's not a lot of traction until you get up to speed. Not a lot of grip on these aprons. That's what happens. Back under caution. Taking his car down pit road. He has to use a fast repair, so probably his last one. We may grab him in a little bit. Let's see if we can't grab Mark here after he gets out of pit road. Left side tires, right side tires, getting some damage repaired. Not taking a fast repair, doesn't look like. Still got half the race to go, over half the race to go. Let's grab him and see what he has to say. Hey, Mark, this is Steve from the booth, man. You got me?
Yo, Herminator X.
Hey, can we stop getting so many crashes?
I seem to be around it every time it's happening tonight.
You have no luck tonight. All you do, it's bad luck.
I didn't have to use a quick, and I had 0 damage on that last wreck. So,
Well, I mean, yeah.
that was a freebie.
You were just playing bumper cars with the cars in front of you coming off pit road.
Oh, totally. I saw that car spinning two or three cars up ahead of us, and
You were
yeah,
just
it was
praying.
it was just too late by the time I started checking up.
So racing seems pretty uneventful outside of that, huh? I mean,
Yeah, not enough.
Time.
It's a car count, not enough cars with this next gen to make it. You know, you need a lot of cars with the next gen to make it more of the runs. As you can see, it's just the middle line. That's it. 4 or 5 cars get lined up there. They can basically just hang out there the entire race, all 70 laps. So it's harder to get lines formed here to beat that middle line.
Yeah, I mean, were you falling back just to get with that other group, try to bring them back up towards the front?
No, that's another thing with this car is once you get out of the draft in the back, you can't. It's not like the B car or the trucks. You cannot get out of the draft at all.
Well, man, you stay out of the cautions, you'll be all right. You make it to the end and get a victory tonight.
Heck yeah, dude. Oh, that's my goal.
Sounds good. Good luck out there.
All right, Herman. Later, brother.
There's Mark Man there. Going to top off. He's hoping for a green flag run here. There's a 6-car fastest off pit road. Paul Servant in second. Daniel Holloway in third. Fourth. Update on football. Still 10-7. A minute left in the second quarter. Chargers still lead. They are threatening. Minute left before halftime. Get ready to go racing here. We'll get the green flag on lap 35 here from Talladega, the NSRA Sunday Select. Race number 9 in this season. One more race before the last chance qualifier. Next race next week at Daytona. Then we'll have our last chance qualifier on the 1st of January. Give some guys opportunities to qualify for the playoffs. We'll start those playoffs on the 8th. We're up to the end of the month. I think the 29th will be our championship race. These guys looking for wins, looking for points. Cody Nagels bring him to the green flag here. Green flag is out. See if Holloway can give the 3-car the push that he got last restart and get those guys out front. Paul is clear of the 6. Holloway's going to get clear of the 6 as well. Dusty Burkhart, not quite as lucky. You have to hope Justin Malarkey comes up and helps 7. Stephen McComas on that bottom side, but they're falling back quick. No traction in that bottom side with this car, with this number of cars on the track. Leader in that 3 Oreos car, Paul Servant, being pushed by the 21, Daniel Holloway. Off of 4, Paul Servant with great push from the 21. And Baxter just off turn 2, not turn 4. 21 just all over the 3-car, giving him the push that Paul gave him the last 15 laps. Like Mark said, this middle line, you can get hooked up and just run away. Bottom line's not able to get anything done. Here comes the top lane. Sean Stevens drops way below the yellow with some momentum. He's got no one to come with him. He's going to fall back. 98, Justin Larkin trying to go up there. McComas trying to get that 3rd line working. He's got Mark Mann, Isaac Wilson, and Justin Malarkey up there. As we come upon the halfway point of this race. Halfway point of this race. That top line can get there close. Gets right side by side with the 6 car. Cody Nagel's a little better organized. Got about 6 cars in that line right now. Middle line kind of fractured right now. It's only got 4 cars in the line. Mark Mann slide down and get in that middle lane. He'll be the 5th car in line. Isaac Wilson sliding down that lane. Stephen McComas in the 70 a little by himself. But here comes Mark Mann with momentum on the outside of Anthony English. Trying to get around Anthony English. Cannot get it done though. He's got 0 help behind him. Here comes Isaac Wilson. But he's going to slide right back down. Now be in 6th place, so loses the position. Oh, we're under caution. Under caution here. On lap number 38. I think the 70 car had an issue. Can't find out what happened to Steven there. So here the 4 looks like he just comes. Russ, a little side drift here. 4 comes down into the 343, gets him into the 70. That's all she wrote for those 2. Nothing intentional there at all. It's just cars so close together. Russ able to collect it and get it back up onto the track. Steven, though, all kinds of problems right here. Spins out and hits the wall. That's why the caution comes out. Paul Servant bringing these guys down pit road here on lap 39. Getting the back in the swing of things and showing them how it's done, leading this race. First out of pit road. Looks like Holloway having 4 tires and fuel as he falls back to 8th position. We're right back before we go back to green. Caution here, lap number 40 here, NSRA Sunday Select Victory Lane Broadcasting 200. We're under our, I want to say our 4th caution, yes, 4th caution here. There you have our where everyone stands right now. These guys get ready to go back racing here another lap or so. Cody Nagel's going to take the inside, or Paul Servant's going to take the outside. Cody Nagel's down to the inside. Got 34 laps remaining here. Beyond halfway. Pace car is in. We're getting ready to go back racing here. Cody Nagels, Paul Servant, your front row. Anthony English, Justin Malarkey, your second row. Isaac Wilson, Charles Giffen in row number 3. Green flag is out, and we're racing again. NSRA Sunday Select, Victory Lane Broadcasting 200 here from Talladega. Nagels, English, and Isaac Wilson getting all they can to get up in that middle lane. And they get out in front of Paul Servant and Justin Clark. Isaac Wilson and Michael Pratt there on the bottom, nowhere to go. Daniel Holloway trying to get around. 99, ooh, and Isaac Wilson want to get in there too. Two cars going for one spark. Now Holloway trying to get in front of Isaac Wilson, able to do it. He's got Michael Pratt in front of him. Isaac Wilson now sliding behind him. Kind of got a lot of cars there separating out. Ryan Kaufman getting there behind the 21 of Holloway. He's trying to catch up to him. Isaac Wilson again trying to get up to that middle line. Can't quite do it, so he'll stay on the bottom. Got some help coming. 69 Dusty Burkhart and 04 of Mark Manor there. So is the 27 of Sean Stevens. Bottom's a little better organized this time around. Holloway looking to go outside of Michael Pratt in the 45. Is anyone going to go with him? No. And he'll have to stay up top. Pratt slides down a little, giving him some room. I just don't know if Holloway can make that work. We'll see what happens. No one going with him. It's still him all by himself. Kaufman pushing that 45. Holloway trying to break the stream there of the 45, but all it's doing is helping that bottom side. Isaac Wilson. Isaac and Dusty Burkhart at 69 making some hay there on the bottom. Michael Pratt, Justin Lowe. Michael Pratt a little into the weak side draft off of 21. Slides down to the bottom now below Paul Servant as Malarkey and Holloway slide up high. Still trying to go on that high side. We got crazy action halfway here from Talladega here on an NSRA Sunday Select as Holloway's able to muscle his way up to 4th on that middle line now. Paul Servant now behind Isaac Wilson in 6th position. McComas in that top side all by himself. No help as Holloway decides to just hammer on the back bumper of that 98 and give him a shove up there. The 44 of Anthony English now. McComas has a little bit of help. Ooh, there's Ryan Kaufman slid to the inside. Gets himself back up to speed. Sounds like he's got some engine problems though. Go back and see what happened there with the 1. It looks like the 1 and the 4 may have got together. Oh, the 4 and the 45 and the 1. Hoffman catches it up though, gets it back on the track. They are coming down to turn number 3. Settle down a little bit. Cody Nagel's your leader. Got Anthony English right behind him. Justin Malarkey there and Daniel Holloway on the low side. Michael Pratt down there. Looks like Mark Mann perhaps. Les Levy there. Sean Stevens on the bottom side. On that high side, Isaac Wilson still trying to make something happen. We got Russ Hancock there with him and 99 Charles Giffen on that high side. Stephen McComas losing the draft really quick in that 70. He'll have Brian Kaufman coming after him. He's about 9 seconds back in the lead group. Gotta hope for a caution at this point. Do a little break it up for you guys. Back up the front, Justin Malarkey, leader, able to get around everyone on the outside line. Holloway in 3rd, Paul Servant in 4th. Nagels Down on the low side with Anthony English. And there's the 45 of Michael Pratt. Right now that 98 though leading the charge, Justin Malarkey. And that middle line, which has been the go-to line all race long. Holloway and Servant looking down low now to make some action down there. 5 laps to go here tonight. Holloway and Servant showing you can do it on the bottom side with a little bit of help. As that middle line just evaporated. No one there except for Isaac Wilson and Justin Malarkey. 4 cars on the bottom take advantage. Holloway, Servant, Nichols, and Anthony English. Now here comes Malarkey and Isaac Wilson again, high side. To see if they can get it back out to the lead. Isaac's going to abandon the 98 and go to that middle line, but it comes right back up. He's got to get his momentum back up. Russ Hancock thinking about following suit. He's going to tuck it in right there with Anthony English, but Malarkey's able to get out in front of him. Kind of separated those lines now. The 44 falling further and further back of those front 3. The 98 and the 93 working so well together this race. Anthony English trying to get some momentum with Russ Hancock in that middle lane. And here comes Mark Mann and Michael Pratt on the bottom side with Les and Stevens. Russ Hancock taking it 4 wide almost. Trying to get on the bottom side, just can't. There's cars there, nowhere to go. You have to stay in that middle line. That 45 was where he wanted to go. We're 3 wide, the 04, 343, the 99. But Charles Giffen has no help up top. Mark's able to slide up there. Ooh, that was close. Right in front of the 343 goes the 45 in that middle lane. That is the top 3 right there. Holloway, Servant, and Nagels. Nose to tail. Here comes Malarkey and Isaac Wilson. Anthony English. And you got lucky Len McNeese comes out of nowhere. And he's in 7th place on this lead group. Mark Mann leads the second group. Mark Mann with Michael Pratt. The 343 of Russ Hancock. There's Rick Seabrans right there. And that third group led by Les Stevens, Andrew Schroeder, Charles Giffen, Dusty Burkhart, and Sean Stevens. Stephen McComas out here by himself. 23 seconds back. 30 seconds back in that last lead pack is the number 1, Brian Kaufman. Again, those guys hoping for cautions. And the race is getting exciting, getting tight. Multiple lines here. Never know what you're going to see. Holloway leads this group. Paul Servant, Cody Nagels right there. 1, 2, 3. As we get close to 20 laps to go. Still have at least one more pit stop. Top 14 all right there in this pack. Dusty Burkhart losing the draft ever so slightly. Now 3.5 seconds back. Sean Stevens a little over 5 seconds back. They will drop precipitously as this lead pack goes on. Laps to go here. The 21 1, the 3, and the 6 have been doing it all night long. These three have dominated tonight. As we found out the last few weeks, you can dominate all you want. All that matters is who crosses the start-finish line first at the end of the race. It hasn't been the dominant car lately here in NSRA Sunday Select. There's always some last lap drama here. These cars are darting in and out of traffic. Paul Cervanto will stick at 21. This far from the finish. Lots of jockeying back here with Anthony English, Les Levy, Mark Mann, Michael Pratt. The 45, Michael Pratt's going to go high by himself and slide back down in that middle groove. Closer and closer to green flag pit stops. We'll wait till the last possible second as the sun starts to set a little bit. See on the surface of the track with this car shadows. 19 to go, they can't quite. Ooh, a little contact there between the 93 and the 44. Isaac's able to collect it, keep it straight. Those guys on the yellow line. 18 laps to go. Will they come this time? There's a few of them coming down to the yellow. I would imagine that means a good group of these guys is going to come down for a pit stop. Mark Mann on the backside of that 93. Give him a push. Anthony English and Len McNeese able to take it out front. See if Len tries to stay out with Russ Hancock on that top side. As here comes the pit stops. Len, Russ, and Michael Pratt, they're going to stay out. These other guys, they are in the pits. Brian Kaufman straight out ahead of them. These three stayed out. It's all strategy now. You better hope for a green flag, better hope for extra laps. See what happens here with these three guys. Len, Russ, and Michael playing the long game here. I would imagine they're going to come in this time by. Here they come. Len, Russ, and Michael down pit road. They got to get it slowed down in time. Get it nice and slowed down. Stephen McComas in there ahead of him a little bit. Could just be fill that tank up and get out of there. McComas is gone. Ooh, Russ overshoots his pit box. That will hurt. Len is gone. Michael Pratt is gone. Here goes left. Here come the leaders. Anthony English, Daniel Holloway, Rick Seabrins, 1, 2, and 3 on the tri-oval. Coming down to the start-finish line. They got Brian Kaufman ahead of them. Len gets up in there. He just wants to get behind Rick Seabrins if he can to stay with them, but I don't know if he'll be able to keep up. They're already a full lap ahead of him up to Song. Len's going to have to hope that he can catch on the back of Kaufman, and that Paul Servant and Cody Nagels catch up to him. We're going to see what happens. Though is your leader right now. Daniel Holloway, Rick Seabrins, 1, 2, and 3 right there. 15 laps to go. These guys can make it on fuel now. But Len McNeese getting sucked up right there by the 3 car and the 3, the 6, and the 98. They get right behind him. Just can't quite catch the end of that draft either. He's trying. Paul, Cody, and Justin 2.5 seconds back of that lead group of 3. See Landon right behind Brian Kaufman. They'll try to work together to get to that group with the 3, the 6, and the 98. Catching a little bit that draft of that group right there. Still got Anthony English, Daniel Holloway, Rick Seabrans 1, 2, and 3. This lead group. Then you got this group of 3: Servant, Nagels, and Malarkey. They're going to catch the 70, go right around them. Len McNeese and Brian Kaufman working around really well together. Catch this group. Hopefully they can make a nice train of 5 and catch that lead group. Coma's going to get behind Len right there. A nice group of 6 maybe if they can. They've pretty much caught this group of 3 now. These guys have got to work together to stay single file. They have 13 laps to try to catch that lead group, who remains the 44 of the 21 and the 4. Can they catch them? They are catching them ever so slightly. They're under 2 seconds now. See right there, 1.6 seconds now. Catch them here in about 2 or 3 laps, I would imagine. See how many pit stops these guys have had. It's almost under a second now. They're coming. Second now. Paul Servant 1 second behind the 4 car of Rick Seabrans. This group of 5 worked so well together to get close to this group of 3 here. The challenge for the victory. You know, Paul would love nothing more than to get a win here. The English continues to lead here. Daniel Holloway right behind him. Rick Seabrans in 3rd. This group with Paul Servant trying to get up there and challenge for the win. Just under 10 laps remaining. Got down to 3/4 of a second. Should come quick now as they catch the slipstream. Those first 3. They're there. They have a lot of momentum too. We're going to find out. Rick's trying to break it a little bit. You see him go out there wide. got a group of 7 cars here fighting for the win. Ryan Kaufman, the first car a lap down, in there as well. Would love to see a caution come out and get his lap back and battle these guys for a victory as well. 9 laps to go. Coming to the start-finish line, where there'll be 8 to go. And Anthony English stay on top. Does Daniel Holloway have enough to get around him? Will Rick Seabrans repeat back-to-back victories? We'll see. Justin Malarkey down low to the bottom side. He's got Brian Kaufman, Len McNeese. Len McNeese goes back up into that middle line as they're coming up on lap traffic. Dusty Burkhart, the tail end of the lead lap. They're coming up on him. Dusty stays up top. Everyone goes around. Group of 7 all within a quarter, 2/10 of a second of each other. In 8th place is Russ Hancock. He is 14 seconds back with Michael Pratt. And you got Mark Mann is 2 seconds back with Charles Giffen. And Les Levy falling further and further behind. But the leaders down the backstretch still Anthony English. Daniel Holloway pushing him. Rick Seabrans. Justin Malarkey trying everything. High side, low side. He's just trying to do something, trying to see what works for his car. Come off of turn number 4. Getting ready to go to 6 laps to go. Still enough time for Holloway to plan his move. See what he does. They're coming up on Sean Stevens. He's going to go a lap down. Sean will keep it up high. Justin Malarkey this time on the bottom side. I think every lap he just tries a different line. Dusty Burkhart there at the tail end. He's between Glenn McNeese and Justin Malarkey there. So 8 cars in this group. And there goes Malarkey to the high side. Still lots of time to go. 5 laps when we cross the start-finish line. Can Anthony English hold off at 21? We're going to see. Will lap cars play a role in all this? I don't think so. Len McNeese or Les Levy. These guys have been liking the middle lane anyway. If you're Holloway, do you take the high side? Do you go to low? You're going to have 3's going to go with you no matter where you go. Not in the same radio chat room, so they can't communicate with each other. 5 laps to go. I take that back. They are together now. They weren't earlier in the race. 21, the 3, and the 6 will work together here. Let's see. Is it high or is it low? As here comes Leslie. With Sean Stevens on the bottom and Justin Malarkey. Justin just trying whatever he can. 4 laps to go here. They're all trying, or they're going to abandon the 44. He's going to have to start driving with his mirror pretty soon. Still too early to make your move. You're going to have to do it to the last lap probably. Coming up, it looks like on Isaac Wilson here. Lost a lap. Going 2 laps down here. Gonna stay down low. 3 laps to go. What Does Rick Sebring wild card in all this? Does he stay with the 44? Does he go with the 21? Here goes the 3. He goes up high along with Cody Nagels. They're going to try to get around Rick Sebring to get a 3-car tandem right there with the 3, the 6, and the 21. Here comes Daniel Holloway. Holloway trying to collect him on the high side, but he can't. Servant and Nagels go high. Oh, we got problems behind. Rick Sebring's into the wall. Caution is out. The 84 is collected. We're back under caution. We have a green white checker. Now the question comes, gas. Right there, 21 and 4 had a little contact there. Caused a big checkup. Right there. 21 comes up into the 4, gets into the 6. The 84 is right there and turns that 4. All she wrote. Now we'll see what happens here. We have a green-white checkered here. The first one, we have 2 available to us. The question is, will all these cars have enough gas? Giffen, Len McNeese, Rick Sebrins, Michael Pratt, Mark Mann, Sean Stevens, Les Levy, all pit. 69 gets Lucky Dog. He'll get back on the lead lap. Guys taking it easy here, playing with the throttle. Let's listen to Anthony English as he saves fuel. See what Paul Servant's doing in his car. He's just idling. Guys conserving as much gas as they can. We have another incident. We have another green-white checkered. I'm imagining they're going to have to come in and top off. We get closer and closer to run out of fuel for some of these guys. We're going to go green next time by. 3 laps. Green, white, checkered. Thing to watch is some of these cars came in, got gas. Led McNeese, Charles Gifford, Rutgers Secrets, Mark Mann. These guys all came in. They all got gas. They're good to go to the end. They can take it to the green, white, checkered. They'll be fine. Justin Malarkey still below the yellow line. He is trying to save as much as he can. He must be tight on fuel. Who will win it? Will Paul Servant win this race in his coming back race? Will Daniel Holloway, who's led a number of laps, be able to win tonight? Anthony English, who at this later part of the race led a good number of laps. Here, watch Justin Malarkey play with his throttle right now. Cody Nagel's doing the same thing in front of him. That's why you see these cars going forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. And you got cars like the 04. And his chops. He's full of gas. He's ready to roll. See what happens here as we get back to go. Green flag racing here. NSRA Sunday Select. This is the Victory Lane Broadcasting 200. Talladega Super Speedway. Pace car is about to dive off into pit road, and we'll wait for the flag man to wave the green flag, and we'll be back racing. Holloway's going to have to get right up on that bumper, that 3 car, to keep him out in front of Anthony English and Cody Nagels. As we get ready to take the green flag, goes Holloway. He's going to get behind the 3 car. Green flag is out. Oh, what a good start by the 21 and the 3. They planned that perfectly. Down to turn number 1, Paul Servant leading. Daniel Holloway, Russ Hancock on that middle line. Here comes Anthony English and the 6 car, Cody Nagels. Off of turn 2. It's still Paul Servant, but that bottom line's coming. Anthony English and Cody. Mark Mann, Charles Giffen trying to get that work there. Down the back stretch to turn number 3. Paul Servant still leading with Holloway right behind him. Russ Hancock in 3rd. Car in the wall at Stephen McComas in the 70. He's going to be able to get off. Got cars. Mark Mann's coming with Charles Giffen in the middle lane. White flag is coming out for Paul Servant. We're official. Holloway behind him. Russ Hancock right there. And Anthony English. Down the bottom side, Mark Mann is coming with Charles Giffen. But Holloway and Servant are pulling away. First and second off of 2. Holloway, will he stay behind his partner, the 3, or will he try to go around him? He has given it all he got, all he has to push him to a victory, it looks like. Paul Servant first. Russ Hancock in 3rd. Here he comes, getting pushed by Anthony English in the 44. Off of turn 4. Russ looking down low. Paul still there. It's going to be Paul Servant, it looks like. As we come to the start-finish line. Oh, Hancock and English caught up. Servant first. Holloway in 2nd. Pratt in 3rd. Oh, good to have the 3 Oreo back in service. He sits on the pole. He finishes in 1st. What a race by Paul and Holloway right there. Teammates right there. Holloway got help by Paul in the beginning, the middle part of the race. Paul got all the help. Got paid back there at the end. What a great job there, Paul Servant. In the 3 Oreos with the victory tonight. Probably out of gas. Just see. As Holloway turns him in the wall. actually saying that Mark Mann finished in third. I don't know about that. We'll go back to see that. Fast forward, get us up there. See what happened. Here at the end. Charles Giffen pushing the 4. Mark Mann beat into the line. We can't get a better view. By a nail, baby. Mark Mann is going to be in third. Grab both these guys, all three of these guys, and talk to you. Hold on one second. Welcome back here from NSRA Sunday Select Victory Lane Broadcasting 200. We're going to go a little different. We're going to do third to first. Mark has to do a little administration here in a little bit. So we'll start with third place. Mark Mann, you finished by a whisker ahead of the 45. I mean, talk about the race and your finish.
I was lucky to get third. I mean, it just didn't feel like the runs weren't coming. Needed more cars in those lanes. You know, it just took a few dedicated cars to pull away from people tonight. I don't know. I had fun. You know, is what it is. Third, I'll take it.
Sounds good, Mark. I mean, was that what you did at the end to dive way down low? Was that to try to get that win or try to get third?
Yeah, you know, it was to try to get some cars to come with me. So otherwise, those cars up front, they could just stay in line and pull away with it, not anticlimactically. And I was just hoping some people would come with me and see if we can make something happen.
Were you hoping for the green-white checkered so you can use your gas advantage?
Yes, exactly. I absolutely was.
Oh, man. Well, third place, good. I mean, we're getting closer to the playoffs, so good finish tonight. Anyone that you want to thank, give a shout-out to?
Yeah, thank NSRA and all the guys that ran with tonight, you guys for broadcasting, and Mara for watching, and all the other fans.
Sounds good, Mark. Well, congratulations on the third.
All right, man. Thanks.
You go solve the problems that we have down.
Oh, I wanted to hear it.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to second place now. Daniel Holloway. Man, you led a lot of laps in the beginning, the middle part of this race. I mean, was the plan to stay behind the 3 car the whole way there at the end?
Fuel mileage was the key there at the end, and I just wanted to save, but with the green-white checker, there was going to be some movement before that caution came out for the green-white checkered. I'm not sure. I'm going to watch the replay, see what happens, and Mark Mann is just destroying my car. That would have been really interesting, but with the green-white checker, me and Paul just decided to check out, and I thought the field was going to catch us quicker than I thought, then all of a sudden didn't, but I could have taken the high side on Paul coming out of 4, but he's been gone for 2 months, and him and I have been back and forth with everything, and longtime teammate. And I told him I was just sticking with him, and if I was going to blow up, I'd blow up. And I was in the red on both sides, on the water and oil, coming out of tri-oval, and I was waiting for it to blow, but she didn't. This Hershey Kisses Ford Mustang. She stuck with it again.
Did you have enough gas if it went green, white, checkered again, or would you
No.
had to? Okay.
No, I was when we started cross start finish line. I was like 0.4. I got 0.2, but I can't move now because Batman is punishing me.
Well, congratulations on the second place finish. Anyone you want to give a shout out to or thanks?
Shout out to NSRA League. Each week, all the drivers that come out here. Paul, congrats. Welcome back. Been too long. And man, this Hershey Kisses car. She's flying this season so far. Congrats, Mark, on third, and everybody that was in TeamSpeak with me, Cody and Anthony, Paul again. So just being in the right time and at the right moment, and I could have went for the third win, but it's all about points too. So I just kept it there.
Sounds good. Well, now we'll go to the winner, Paul Servant. Congratulations, man, on the win after a few weeks away. How's it feel?
It feels great. It's almost 2 months away, so yeah, it feels great.
2 months,
Yeah. It's I wasn't expecting. I really haven't been feeling it to be racing. And then Dan pulled me into the channel. I was in my own channel by myself. I didn't want to bother anybody, and I went and qualified, got the pole. I wasn't even expecting that, and Dan pulled me up into the channel, and my volume on the TeamSpeak is so low because I haven't touched it for almost 2 months, and I couldn't hear what they were saying. It was a pretty fun race with all that going on.
Pretty good. I mean, good to see that 21 behind you, no doubt. I mean, you helped him so much in the beginning of the race and the middle parts of the race. You stuck on his bumper and just kept him up front. I mean,
I was pushing hard. Even Cody was up front. I was just on both of their butts, just pushing. And I mean, I felt like guys couldn't catch us if I was pushing them pretty hard, and I was able to cool it down fairly quickly also. So I wasn't, I kept on just pushing hard as I could, and kept us up front. It was fun. I mean,
that's the name. Is a good, fun race. It looked like you guys all had fun at the front. There was a lot of back and forth throughout the race, so it's a fun race to call and to watch. So
it was hard to understand because I couldn't hear what they were saying in TeamSpeak, so I was kind of going on how they were moving on track, and it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it was fun. It made it interesting for sure.
Sounds good, man. Well, anyone that you want to thank or give a shout out to?
Dan for pushing me to the win. Cody for helping all race. Also, he got us up there when we were losing the front pack there. Pitting, and he got us up there. So excellent pushing on his behalf. And just it was great to be back and get the help that I got tonight. I wasn't expecting it, and thanks to you guys and keeping my number and not giving it to somebody.
The only thing that you were missing, Paul, was having the 8 car out there with you too.
Last time he was pushing me to a win, he turned me, so I don't. But no, and
Noob.
and shout out to my mom. That's a win for you, Mom.
That's awesome, Paul. Well, we love having you back. Glad you're back, and good to see you on the pole and in the win. So congratulations there tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it. NSRA Sunday Select Victory Lane Broadcasting 200. Paul Servant with the win. The number 3 car comes back after a few weeks away, 2 months. Shows these guys how it's done. Puts that Oreos car in victory lane. A great race by the 3, the 21. All these guys out here had a great race. Did a great job and showed Paul to the victory. Good to have him back. Hopefully he's back for the rest of the season. It's always a better race when that 3 car is out there. Want to thank you for joining us. We have one more race before Christmas. That's next Sunday. We'll be at Daytona. I promise we'll be at Daytona. Be at Daytona. Under the lights, hopefully, too. We'll see how DJ has this race set up. But we'll see you next week as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. You've watched this on Victory Lane Broadcast.